Good morning and hello to all my dear students. I hope you are all fine. And today we are going to continue with the new poem that is Noses, and it is of class 4, lesson number 3. Book name is Marigold. So let's begin this poem. And before beginning, I would like to ask you some questions. And my first question is, what type of nose do you have? I know it's very difficult to answer what type of nose you have, but if I share a picture with you that contains different types of noses, I hope you will be able to figure out what type of nose you have, because some people have round nose, some people have pointed nose. So but basically we don't know the original names of these noses, and it might surprise you that there are actually different types of noses. And yes, here are the different types of noses. Just look at the shapes of these noses and write down the names of these noses in your notebooks. Draw it and write down the names. If you want to draw it, you can pause the video here and you can just draw it. Okay, and I want the best picture in your notebook about all the noses, and then write down, after drawing all the pictures, just write down what type of nose you have out of these noses. Okay, like if I would be saying that if you ask me what type of nose I have, I would be saying that I have a Roman nose, basically, which I feel. Or you can say button. No, I don't have button nose. Yeah, I feel that I have a Roman nose. So you also just figure out what type of nose you have. And hooked is one type of nose. Then droopy is very low. Basically it is found in old age people. Okay, then aquiline, and it is eagle like, it is very sharp, as you can notice. Okay, we also call it pointed nose. Then Roman nose is slightly alkaline. Okay, and then Grecian nose, see, it is dropping straight from the forehead, whereas others are having a little slant, but it is straightly drawing from the forehead, dropping from the forehead. Next is button. It is rounded, basically, and there are turns, and very nostrils are very small here. If we look from the front view, the nostrils look very small. Okay, next is again button, that is of a child version. Okay, next upturned. Upturned means the nose basically ends up after turning up here, but it continues. It is making another basically it is found in those with big noses, big nostrils actually. Okay, and then snub. Snub means it is short and upturned, very short. This is mostly found in Asian people, those who live in Asia. And funnel. Funnel means it is an African nose, and most of the Africans have this type of nose. Okay, so I have assigned you a little task which you have to continue. And now let us continue with our poem Noses. So I want you to read it out, and before that I also want to ask one more question. What do you think is the main purpose of our nose? Of course, your answer would be to smell. Noses are to smell, of course, but there is one more purpose. Yeah, breathing. Do you know why noses are important to breathe? Of course, we can breathe from our mouths also, but again, it is recommended, it is suggested that we should breathe from our noses instead of breathing from our mouth. Why? Because you might notice that noses contain thick hair, and these noses act as humidifier. Basically, sometimes we go to cold weather places, and sometimes it is hot weather. So basically, nose maintains the temperature, and it allows it basically, and moreover, oxygen. The air around us contains oxygen, as well as they contain other gases and other harmful bacteria. So nose basically prevent all such harmful bacteria and other gases to enter our body, enter our lungs. So in this way, noses are really grateful to breathe, and moreover, at nights also, while sleeping, we should try and develop this habit of breathing from our noses. Okay, so let's begin our poem, and just read it out along with me. I'll wait after my recitation of the poem so that you can also recite. Okay, and you might listen to my video again, listen to my, I mean, go through my video again, and try reciting it again. Okay, so let's read it out. I looked in. Okay, I'll read out first, and then I'll give you some time to read it out. Okay, so shall I start? Okay. I looked in the mirror and looked at my nose. It's the funniest thing, the way it grows. I repeat. I looked in the mirror and looked at my nose. It's the funniest thing, the way it grows. You have to first of all read this particular stanza. Okay, so that you can be able to read it all together, because the rhyme which I am going to create involves reading all these words all together. आपको इन सारे वर्ड्स को एक साथ में पढ़ना है, ताकि आप इस राइम के साथ, इस पोएम की जो मैं राइमिंग क्रिएट कर रहा हूँ, उसको आप इजीली फॉलो अप कर सको. आई रिपीट माई फर्स्ट लाइन अगेन. I looked in the mirror and looked at my nose. It's the funniest thing, the way it grows. Again. I looked in the mirror and looked at my nose. It's the funniest thing, the way it grows. Okay, let's move. If you want, I can create another rhyme for this. Let me sing it out for you again. I looked in the mirror and looked at my nose. It's the funniest thing, the way it grows. That even is a better rhyme than the previous one. Let's sing it again. I looked in the mirror and looked at my nose. It's the funniest thing, the way it grows. I looked in the mirror and looked at my nose. It's the funniest thing, the way it grows. Okay, so sing it after me. I looked in the mirror and looked at my nose. It's the funniest thing, the way it grows. Okay, let's continue. Stuck right out where all of it shows, with two little holes where the breathing goes. I repeat. Stuck right out where all of it shows, with two little holes where the breathing goes. Okay, now the next stanza. I looked in the mirror and saw in there the end of my chin and the start of my hair. I looked in the mirror and saw in there the end of my chin and the start of my hair. And between there isn't much space to spare with my nose like a handle sticking there. I repeat. And between there isn't much space to spare with my nose like a handle sticking there. I repeat my stanza and this complete stanza again. I looked in the mirror and saw in there the end of my chin and the start of my hair. I looked in the mirror and saw in there the end of my chin and the start of my hair. And between there isn't much space to spare with my nose like a handle sticking there. Okay, now the last stanza. If ever you want to giggle and shout and can't think of what to do it about. If ever you want to giggle and shout and can't think of what to do it about. If ever you want to giggle and shout and can't think of what to do it about, just look in the mirror and then no doubt. You have to speak it again. Just look in the mirror and then no doubt you will see how funny your nose sticks out. Okay, I repeat. If ever you want to giggle and shout and can't think of what to do it about, just look in the mirror and then no doubt you'll see how funny. Sorry. Just look in the mirror and then no doubt you'll see how funny your nose sticks out. So this is the end of this poem. I want you to sing it after going through this video again and again. Just practice it and sing it and send me an audio clip of your singing of this poem after you are done practicing with this particular poem in the rhyming way. Just send me an audio. Okay, now let's discuss the words that are being mentioned in the poem. Mirror. Basically, mirror is a type of glass which gives a reflection. Okay, it is painted with silver color and because of that it gives a reflection. Funniest means something that is very weird, that is very much different than usual, and it makes us laugh. Okay, breathing. It is not breathing, it is breathing. Breath is used as a noun, whereas the verb form is breathe. The sound, the dhanush. Okay, breathe means to inhale or exhale the air. Okay, but when we inhale or exhale air at a very fast speed, like suppose we ran in a race and then all of a sudden we are to take breath. Okay, so for that particular thing the word that is used is panting. Okay, like I would be saying, let me take an example. Saurabh panted after finishing the race. Panting means the way we breathe heavily. This is the way of breathing. Okay, so that is panting. Pant and pants. There are two words. One is pant and the other one is pants. The pants we wear is called pants. Okay, what we wear to cover our legs is called pants, not pant. Okay, and to breathe हैवीली, बहुत जोर जोर से सांस लेना, उसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? पैंटिंग, PANT, पैंट. ओके. नेक्स्ट, स्टिकिंग. स्टिकिंग मीन्स लाइक सपोज देयर इज अ वेरी प्लेन सरफेस, एक बिल्कुल प्लेन सरफेस है, एंड समथिंग कम्स आउट ऑफ इट एंड इज बीइंग रिफ्लेक्टेड, बहुत ज़्यादा दिख रहा है वो. ओके, that for that particular thing we use the word sticking. Okay, and last one is giggle. Giggle means there are different ways of laughing. Okay, and giggle is a way of laughing in a very funny way, like this is an example of giggling. Okay, so let us continue with the explanation of this poem now. Okay, so here goes the explanation. I looked in the mirror and looked at my nose. So basically the poetess actually, she is trying to tell what she feels when she looks at her own nose in the mirror. Okay, so often we might feel funny when we look ourselves in the mirror, and it is basically very funny to look ourselves in the mirror when we do not have to do anything, and when we try to look in the mirror, we basically feel very funny. So the poetess basically is trying to say that whenever she looks in the mirror, she finds it very funny. It's the funniest thing. Basically, what is funniest thing? Finding her nose. Why? Because it is coming out of her face. Her face is flat, and everyone's face is flat, but this nose is the only thing that comes out, that sticks out. Okay, stuck right. Stuck right means it is popping out from our flat face, where all of it shows, and the only thing that is visible out of our face is nose that pops out. I mean, we can notice the entire face, but the thing that pops out and is shown crystal clear even from the side view, as you can see here. From the side view you will notice the nose first. Okay, so that's what the poetess here is trying to say. So all the nose of the poetess, the whole nose of the poetess is shown, and what's even stranger is that there are two little holes in her nose. Okay, and basically she is also providing information by saying that the two nostrils, basically these holes are called nostrils, nostrils, nostrils. These nostrils are used for breathing. Okay, for taking in air to our lungs, and again releasing air from our lungs. Okay, so I hope the first stanza is clear to you all. So shall I move to the next stanza? Alright. I looked in the mirror and saw in there the end of my chin and the start of my hair, and between there isn't much space to spare, with my nose like a handle sticking there. Okay, now let's move to the explanation. You might have seen that there are different types of handles that are fixed to the doors. There are some handles with even the locks fitted inside them, inside the door only. We don't have to insert a special lock to them, right? there is a special key to these doors. So basically the poet here is trying to say that whenever she looked is basically when she looked at herself in the mirror, and what did she find? She found the nose. And where was the nose? She's now describing the position of the nose. She said that the nose was in the middle of her face, exactly in the middle of her face, because it is located between what? The chin, that is the lower part of the face, and the hair, that is the upper part of her face. So it is located right in at the center of the face, in the middle of the face. Okay, and it actually looks like a handle of a door, and that particular handle which is to a stuck to a door, जो डोर के साथ फिक्स हो जाता है. And one more thing I would like to you to note is that one word here is given, like, 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 when it is used in a poem to create a comparison, to create a contrast between two things. See here, she is creating a comparison between her nose and the handle of a door. So she is basically trying to say that her nose is like the handle of a door. And when we use like by creating a comparison between two words, and with the word like or as, it is called simile. SIMILE, simile. Okay, so I hope this stanza is also clear. Now let's move to the last stanza. Okay, if ever you want to giggle and shout, giggle I have already explained, it means to laugh in a very funny way. Okay, so if ever you want to giggle and shout and can't think of what to do it about, just look in the mirror and then no doubt you will see how funny your nose sticks out. Okay, so basically in this particular stanza, the poetess here is trying to say that she is basically trying to give a message to all of the readers, to all of you, that if ever you want to laugh at something and you're not finding out the reason of laughing, you're not finding the purpose, the reason why you should laugh at, and you're feeling sad about something and you want to laugh, you want to enjoy that moment. So what you can do, you can just look at your nose in the mirror. Okay, and definitely she is so much sure, that is why she is saying there is no doubt in it. What is no doubt there about? That you will find it so funny. What you will find so funny? The nose of yours. You will find it so funny that you will start laughing. Because when you will see the way it is growing out of your flat face, you will find it really funny. And it actually happens. I have tried it, and by looking at my own face with a purpose of laughing, I found it very funny actually. So you also try doing it. Okay, but do not spend too much time standing in front of the mirror. Okay, so let us go through the questions now, shall we? Okay, so the first question is, why does the poet feel that the nose is a funny thing? I have already told you that the poet was actually feeling that the nose is a very funny thing. So why does the poet feel? Basically, the poet feels. We have to add S word here because the question is being asked in present form, right? Does. So we have to start our answer from this particular line, from this particular word, the poet feels that the nose is a funny thing because it sticks out of our face like a handle. Okay, because it sticks out of our face like a handle, and it shows the whole part of it, the entire part of it, and also it has two holes. Okay, so you can add this on in this first question. Next, why is a nose important for you? Nose is important for us, you can use us or for me, because the nostrils, two holes means the nostrils, or you can write two holes, because the two holes in it are used for breathing, because the two holes in it are used for breathing. Okay, now the next question is, does the child in the poem like her nose, and why do you think so? So my answer would be, the child does not. The child does not like her nose in the poem. Okay, why? Now let us find out why do we think so. It is because in the last stanza she mentions that if anyone wants to laugh about something, she can or he can look at his or her nose in the mirror and laugh at it. So this shows that she does not like her nose, because she considers her nose as a point of, she considers her nose funny. Okay, so that is why she does not like her nose. I repeat this answer. First of all, the answer would be negative. The child does not like her nose in the poem because in the last stanza she mentions, or she says, that if anyone wants to giggle and shout, he or she may look in the mirror, and then he may or she may just look in the mirror and find his or her funny nose. Okay, and can laugh. So this shows that she does not like her nose. Alright, so now describe a few things. These are the question which you have to answer. Okay, you have to write the poem, you have to send me an audio clip of the poem after listening to it and in a singing tone, and the third part is you have to write these questions, the 3 questions. That's it. Okay, this we'll discuss. Okay, describe a funny thing you have seen, and do they make you laugh? So you have to tell what funny thing you have seen. This also you can send me as an audio, like you have to describe, like I went to a fair, or I found a man. Okay, let me tell you one more thing. Often there are some students and some people also, they are in the habit of inserting their fingers in their nose, and there is one thicky liquid in our nose, particularly when we are in the habit of sneezing, when we are in the when we are not feeling well, when we are having a runny nose, or when we are feeling cold. At that time there is one thick liquid coming out of our noses, right? So we call it mucus. Mucus, mucus. We also call it balgam in Hindi. Okay, and there is one more thing, the hard dried up bacteria layers and other germs that get collected in our nose, and we take it out with our hands, and that what that is called, what is that called? Okay, let me tell you. It is called bogus or bogey. You can speak it as Boggy, bogey. Okay, so these are very funny words, but these are very important words. Okay, like you can ask someone if whosoever is in a habit of picking his nose. Picking his nose means who is inserting his finger and collecting out and taking out all the bogies from his nose. So you can ask him, so how much bogies have you collected so far? अभी तक कितना नाक इकट्ठा कर लिया है? Okay, so let's continue. So you have to describe a funny thing that you have seen, and after noticing that funny thing, of course it must have made you laugh. So just send an audio clip describing that funny incident or that funny thing. Okay, not incident, basically the funny thing, like someone with a crooked nose, किसी की नाक टेढ़ी है, वो आपने देखा हो, and that made you laugh or something like that. Okay, but you should not make fun of such people, because it is God gifted thing, and we should not make fun of anyone. Okay, because God has gifted us such body, so rather than making fun of it, we should respect it. Okay. Okay, next, what does features mean? Features are basically the expressions that are formed on our face, or yeah, basically on our face. Okay, so look up the dictionary and find out what the meaning of features is, and what are the different kind of features of people we come across in the world. So there are different types of features one has. Okay, so you have to figure out what type of features you find in people when you come across. Okay, all right. Okay, now look at your friend's face and describe what you see. Okay, like long hair and round eyes, oval lips. See, the difference between round and oval is that round is circular, whereas oval is egg shaped. Oval is also circular, but it is not exactly with exact radius. It is circular, but it is like egg shaped. Okay, slanted means tedha, sharp means tikha, flat means which does not have any raised form, उठा हुआ जहाँ पर कुछ नहीं होता. Okay, so you have to describe the name of your friend and use words like him, like my friend Akhil has long hair, my friend he has round eyes, he has oval lips, he has slanted nose, he has sharp teeth, he has flat I can say flat flat chin. Okay, so in the same way you can mention any of your friend. Okay, and now moving to the next part, what is your favorite fruit, and describe it in 5 sentences. Like my favorite fruit is, just take it as an example, mango. Okay, and mango is very sweet and tasty. Okay, and its color is yellow or bright orange. Okay, next it has only one seed inside it, and it is very pulpy. Okay, it is used as a cooling drink. So in this same way you have to describe one fruit and just write 5 sentences about it. Okay, next, how does it smell? You can answer these questions by adding these lines. Okay, you can just add 5 lines by answering these questions about that fruit. How does it smell? Okay, like how does it look? It looks like um, it looks like a you can say bean. Okay, how does it feel? It feel like very soft. When you bite it, what sound does it make? It does not make any sound, or it makes a crunchy sound. Okay, how does it taste? It tastes juicy. Okay, in the same way. Okay, a breathing exercise. You all are aware of yoga, right? And we used to do yoga in the morning, particularly on Saturdays, right? So here also we are going to do a breathing exercise. Close your right nostril with your right thumb. Inhale slowly through your left nostril. So you have to just follow the as in the pictures given here. Okay, you have to close one nostril and breathe from the another nostril. एक होल को आपको बंद करना है पूरा, और दूसरे होल से आपको ब्रीथ करना है. ओके, टिल योर लंग्स आर फिल्ड विद एयर. यू डोंट हैव टू ब्रीथ ऑल ऑफ सडन. एकदम से आपको ब्रीथ नहीं करना, आपको स्लोली 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 ब्रीथ करना है जब तक आप सांस अंदर ले सकते हो. सो नाउ क्लोज योर लेफ्ट नोस्ट्रिल. अब जिस नोस्ट्रिल को आपने पहले बंद किया था उस नोस्ट्रिल से अपना थंब या अपनी फिंगर, जिससे भी आपने उसको बंद किया है, उसको वहां से हटा के दूसरे नोस्ट्रिल पे दबा दो पहले. अभी आपने जो सांस अंदर लिया उसको रिलीज नहीं करना. यू जस्ट हैव टू क्लोज द अनदर नोस्ट्रिल एंड देन आफ्टर दैट रिमूव द नोस्ट्रिल फ्रॉम द previously which you had closed. पहले जो आपने नोस्ट्रिल बंद की थी उसको अभी आपने खोलना नहीं. अभी दोनों नाक, पूरा नाक बंद कर दोगे आप. फिर जो पहले वाली नोस्ट्रिल बंद की थी उसको आपने खोलना है धीरे से, और उसके अंदर से सांस को बाहर छोड़ना है. ओके, सो ये एक पर्टिकुलर एक्सरसाइज है, एंड यू कैन आस्क इट फ्रॉम योर पेरेंट. दिस इज वेरी कॉमन एक्सरसाइज. I'll if I mention the name of this exercise, you will not be so much excited. So I want you to do it and ask your parents what this exercise is about. Okay, sorry, I lost the page. Yeah, so just try doing it. Okay, and also there is one more point, one more question. Let's write, do you know a fish breathes from its gills? Do you know that? Okay, now write 2 sentences about other animals which can breathe under water. Okay, I'll give you a hint for this. There are of course many other animals which can breathe under the water, like sharks are there. Okay, they can live underwater and they also breathe from gills. In the same way, oysters are there and they breathe from gills as well as from mantle. Okay, not mental, mantle, MANTL. You will find out if you search it on internet. Okay, next, punctuate the following passage. This I'll help you out. by discussing the exercise, by discussing the grammar part of punctuation first. Okay, so just skip this part as of now. Once I discuss the part, punctuation in grammar, after that you can complete it. Okay, so that you can do it in a perfect way. Okay, now using a red pencil, choose and circle the things whose smell you like. So basically you can take any color and choose the smell of any of these items, okay, that you like. And with a blue pencil, circle the things whose smell you do not like. And with another color you may circle the color which you do not like. Okay, then I like or do not like the smell of dash. You may write like, I like the smell of, I must say, roses. And why is that so? Because it reminds me of, I would be writing Gulkand, because that is my favorite thing. Okay, so, or it reminds me of some scent. Okay, then I like the smell of, you can add on more words, like I like the smell of shampoo, because it reminds me of fruits. Okay, then I do not like the smell of dirty shoes, because it reminds me of garbage. Okay, or dustbin. Okay, so in this way you can do this. So that's it. And with this we are done with our poem. So if you have any queries, you may ask it on my WhatsApp number, that is 895 and please like and share my video, so that you can receive my new videos as soon as I upload it on internet. Okay, press the bell button, that is for subscription of my channel. And thank you.